well. We have officially hit over 90,000 subscribers on ScrewTube. And I'm not really sure what that means anymore. We will hit, pretty much guaranteed, 100,000 subscribers by this weekend. Now, I teach statistics, and thank you for the Teacher Appreciation Day. I appreciate that. How many times can I say appreciation? Well, I was having a conversation with YouTube yesterday, and I was talking to a manager. And I wanted to catch them this time in their own lie. So, I've been running the analytics, been looking at it, running my own data set behind the scenes. And what you will see is that our viewership per video, by the way, I'm not complaining about viewership. I'm merely utilizing this as to make a point. I'm going to be generous because my data set was from 5,000 subscribers. Mind you, we're almost at 100,000. We will be by this weekend. I'm going to say 10,000. When I had 10,000 subscribers, we have the same amount of viewership per video. Let's say 500 views per video at 10,000 subscribers that we do with 100,000 subscribers. So I asked YouTube, well, how is that possible? How do you go from 10,000 people liking your channel, subscribing to it, to 100,000, meaning you grew 10x, nothing's changed? Oh, well, there's fluctuation all the time. People kind of lose interest over time. I'm not talking about fluctuation. No, I'm saying the opposite, that there is no fluctuation. Explain that to me. Well, things are going to go up and down. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying there is no up and down. There's no down. There's no up. How does it stay uniform? Also known as symmetric in statistics. How is that possible? Well, people just kind of drop off over time is what they kept reiterating to me. Mind you, that's what they said last time. So guess what? I trapped them. Do you want to know how I trapped them? I saved up a ton of money. There was a reason why I didn't run ads last month. Well, over the past 4 days, we gained 12,000 subscribers over the last 4 days. Now, why do you think I did that? Why do you think I made sure to pump a video out that was so good that we would get 10,000 to 12,000 subscribers in just 3 to 4 days? 72 hours, basically. Because those are fresh people to your channel. Those are people that found you and are more than likely than ever to go watch your content as recently as possible. And guess what? $12,000 new people in about 72 hours. Just guess. Just guess. Does anybody think the viewership changed? Nope. Nope. By the way, all subs are legitimate from my end. I would never pay for a sub. I would never pay for a like or a comment. The reason why is because YouTube, me being a conservative outlet, would 100% ban and permanently. What I mean by ban, I'm not talking like just banning my channel. My face, everything about me would be banned off YouTube. I would never be able to put anything up ever again. Now, let's break this one down for you. If you look to the left of my channel over here, why don't we pull it up for all of you here real quick? And then I'll get to the news. I promise I have a point to make here. Hi, everybody in the chat. Nice to see you. You see how it says 1.88K? Okay. That's about 1,880 people that follow me on Rumble. Thank you very much, by the way. I'm not complaining about the subscriber count. I'm not complaining about the views I get. I'm complaining about something seems fishy. And I talked with them yesterday about it, and they lied to me. They said it's completely normal. They said, and I have, oh boy, do I have the receipts. They said it is normal to go from 5,000 subscribers to 100,000 subscribers and not see any increase in views. I don't know what planet somebody lives on. That does not make sense to me. On Rumble, we have less than 2,000 followers. No complaints here. Stoked about it. We get more views on Rumble per video, sometimes almost twice as many views with 2,000 followers on Rumble than we do on YouTube with 100,000 followers. Nothing weird. No, they said it's normal. Yeah. Somebody said maybe time to file a lawsuit. It did cross my mind. Hand to God, it did cross my mind. Because there ain't no, I'm trying my best not to cuss. There is no way that is possible. But you know, what do I know? I'm just an idiot. Head not working. All right. Well, enough of that. I always want to keep you guys in the loop because, you know, sometimes you do think you're crazy here. Want to reiterate this. Not complaining about the views. Complaining about the oddness that you wouldn't see any fluctuation. Well, that stuff goes up and down all the time. But it doesn't fucking stay uniform. Explain that to me. Like almost as if there's a ceiling on my channel. Almost, there you go. Mathematically impossible. Exactly. Now, in stats, to be fair, when we say impossible, that means it can't happen. I'm sure it could. I'm sure it could. You know what? You guys don't know this, or maybe I mentioned in the past. Rumble is suing YouTube. I gave Rumble full access during the discovery phase of their lawsuit to use anything they need from my channel. Anything they want. Now, is that play into it? I don't know, maybe. Let's jump into the news. Israel! Greenlights operation to occupy Gaza Strip if Hamas doesn't make a deal. This is going to happen very quickly within the next 3 weeks, basically, if something doesn't happen. And what's that something? Well, we're going to find out right now. And good morning to all you fine patriots. Appreciate you guys joining me. Israel's security cabinet on Sunday night approved a plan to invade and occupy the Gaza Strip in an expanded ground operation. I almost said investigation. That's on my mind. Ground operation. The plan, named Operation Gideon's Chariots, which can we just say that is a badass name? I love some of these operation names. I love this one. Not that I love the operation within itself. I'm just talking about the name. Will go into effect if Hamas fails to make an agreement with Israel by the end of President Donald Trump's visit to the Middle East next week. There you go. See, if you fail, meaning Hamas, to make an agreement by the end of next week, they're going in. They're pulling thousands of troops from the reserve to basically storm the beaches of Gaza. Trump is set to visit Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the United Arab Emirates from May 13th to the 16th, which I'm extremely nervous about, by the way. Make sure you're praying for Donald Trump's safety because we've all heard the conspiracy theories about these places in attacking America. The second foreign trip of his second term, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu discussed the plan during a Q&A video on X, where he said conquered land will be retained, with the reserve forces being stationed in seized areas. Since the war began, the IDF has withdrawn from the territory it previously seized, including large parts of northern Gaza. Netanyahu said military action would be intensified during the operation, and tens of thousands of IDF reservists are expected to be called up to help the operation, according to IDF Chief of Staff Lieutenant General Zamir. The mobilization is reportedly one of the largest since the war began in October 2023, which is obviously going to make people upset. Which is, and look, I don't have any skin in the game. I'm not over there. Should they go in? No idea. No opinion on it. I have no skin in the game. It has nothing to do with me. I hope they could resolve their issues because all it's going to lead to is more death. I hope Hamas, I don't like Hamas, but I hope Hamas gets wiped off the face of the earth. I don't want any harm brought to Palestinians. I can only be so clear. But whenever you start attacking Hamas, what I found is well, now you're also attacking the Palestinians, and the Palestinian people don't like you and they hate you. You know, there is no, you have to, according to them, you have to pick a side. I would love both people to live in harmony and peace, but that ain't going to happen. Israel coordinates with the United States following counterstrike Houthi following airport attack. This is breaking news, by the way. They are currently telling a airport in Yemen basically to get out of town. Bombs are coming. That's basically what they're saying right now on X, well, just everywhere. So the Israeli Air Force coordinated with the United States to strike the Houthis in Yemen on Monday night after the terror group fired a ballistic missile at Israel's largest airport on Sunday. During the strike, about 20 Israeli Air Force fighter jets dropped 50 munitions on dozen Houthi targets. Good. Thank you. About time that somebody does something. See, Joey just allowed this stuff to happen for years. Y'all remember that one. Over 120 times the Houthis attacked us and our allies. And Joey said, stop it, please. Stop it. I gotta sleep. You're keeping me awake. I have to. Yeah, Joey did nothing. Joey did nothing. And then after 130 something times, he finally did bomb something. Well, it turns out it was just an old munitions depot that was just cement. That's all it was. Nothing there. The attack in Israel's sixth airstrike on the Houthis since July 2024, in response to more than 400 attacks by the Iranian-backed group during the war, the Jerusalem Post reported it is the first Israeli attack on the Houthis since Donald Trump took office. So it took him 100 days, which I don't know if I'm happy about. There's a lot of Houthis to bomb. A lot of Houthis. Houthi, 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 howdy, 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 eedy, 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 eedy. United States has been conducting weeks of airstrikes. Sorry. I don't know where that came from. It just came out of me. That's what he said to her. On the Houthis in response to the group's more than 100 attacks on international cargo ship tankers and naval vessels from Hamas's October 7th assault on Israel, which I talked about. Look at this. Since March, over 800 Houthi targets have been hit, resulting in the elimination of hundreds of fighters and leaders, and Houthi ballistic missile launchers and suicide drone attacks are down 69% and 55% respectively, because daddy's in town, daddy's in office, making the world safe once again. So, your video is always the first one to pop up on my YouTube recommendation. Well, not to the 90 other thousand, my friend. I don't know where they're going, but it ain't going to them. Furthermore, now we're really getting into the nitty gritty, because today's title is Trump unleashes mass deportation force, ICE raids, cartel fail, and self-deportation programs exposed. We're going over it all. There's a lot of immigration news coming up, folks. If you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button. Screw YouTube at this point. If you want to head over to Rumble and support us over there, I might as well send you the link for those over at YouTube. I know you like YouTube. I know you're comfortable with it, but they're also giving us the double middle finger. Oh, big boy, big time, big boy, big time. Well, here we go. A lot of immigration news coming up, folks. Buckle up. Exclusive. Trump makes move to supercharge deportations using local cops, local law enforcement. The Trump administration is taking a major step to supercharge deportation efforts by deputizing law enforcement across the country to carry out immigration enforcement. This comes from DHS. The memo lays out that DHS has signed 562 agreements with state and local law enforcement groups, taking advantage of a federal law that allows the agencies to enforce certain aspects of immigration law. While these sorts of agreements existed in the previous administration, they didn't use them. The number of agreements signed since Trump took office is already a 316% increase from what was signed during 4 years of Joey. Oh, little Joey Bitey Fighty Idy didn't do anything that allowed all this to happen. Now we have to clean up his mess. He gets to crap all over everything. And now we have to clean up the messy, the doo-doo. The agreements could be one of the biggest keys to boosting deportation numbers, which members of the administration have reportedly grown frustrated with. Me as well, not enough. With an estimated 19 million, I rounded up, 19 million, it says 18.6 million illegal aliens currently present in the United States. That is a lowball number. We know it's around 20 to 25. Currently present in the United States in a judiciary that has continuously stonewalled the Trump administration's attempts to deport illegal aliens. And I think you are seeing the glimpses of the fall of a republic. I think you're seeing the glimpses of this nation was torn apart from the inside out. The federal government may otherwise struggle to remove a significant share of illegal population without support from law enforcement partners. Under the agreement, state and local law enforcement agencies are able to conduct, key point, immigration enforcement operations with ICE oversight, use federal immigration databases to identify the status of arrestees, and initiate ICE detainers to hold illegal aliens until ICE can gain custody of them. That is huge, huge. Remember when the Maryland man, Mr. Garcia, the guy that donates his time, right? He cleans the streets. He helps the neighbors. He rebuilds homes for free, passes out shoes on Christmas from his own money. Remember when he was pulled over for allegedly trafficking people? Y'all remember that one? Because we watched it yesterday. We watched the body cam footage. Now, the officers didn't detain him because FBI and the Biden administration in 2022, 2023 did not want him to. So they couldn't detain them. Well, now they can until ICE shows up and says, hold on a second. Yep. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, we want this guy. Let's go ahead and deport him. Providing what could be a massive force multiplier in the Trump administration effort to deport at least 1 million illegal aliens per year. Not enough. Not enough. Joey allowed in like 9 million people. Whoever knows how many. We really don't know how many he allowed in, to be quite frank. Not enough. Not enough. I was under the impression not only were we going to use state and local law enforcement, but we were also going to use the United States military as effort to deport people. Big Weave coming in hot. Big Weave always leaves a comment, by the way. Thank you so much for commenting on all my videos. I do see them. I can't read that, but it says F YouTube. That's where I stand. Thank you. And honestly, that's where I stand as well. But unfortunately, that's still where we can reach the most people to find my show. And then what we do is we get them over there, we snag them, we trap them, and we bring them over to Rumble. Because Rumble takes care of us. It's not even close. The customer service on Rumble compared to YouTube is, it's not even close. And I will glaze Rumble till the end of the day. YouTube is run by a bunch of commies, a bunch of socialists, a bunch of lefties with their hair and pigtails wearing their wives' underwear. That's what they are. They're scummy. No, it's normal. Yeah, it's normal. Speaking of things that are normal, here are the Democrats, the mainstream media, and here's Republicans like Byron Donalds just smacking them around, which is what we got here. NBC host lays a trap for Byron. And as we say, Byron, he's not taking the bait, though. Oh, Byron knows what he's doing. Byron is too sharp for these people. Byron knows what's happening. And I got the clip for you. Byron made it clear on Monday that he was not going to simply step into the trap laid for him by NBC News host, once White House correspondent Kristen Welker, when she asked about a conversation she had with President Donald Trump on Sunday's broadcast of Meet the Press. Well, let's just see what happens here. Has something probably to do with due process, doesn't it? Always has to do with the Maryland man. He's a good guy.
Constitution, let me just read you. This is the Fifth Amendment. No person shall be held to answer for a capital or otherwise infamous crime unless a presentment or indictment of a grand jury, except in cases arising in the land or naval forces. And then it goes on to say, nor shall any person be subjected for the same offense to be twice put in jeopardy of life, limb, nor shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself, nor be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. So the Constitution says any person, not citizen, and therein lies the debate.
Is that what it says, Kristen? Does it say person? Yes, it does. But, Byron. Here he comes.
And the root of my question, does any person just apply to citizens in your mind, or does it apply to citizens and non-citizens? The Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, says it applies to citizens and non-citizens.
Well, let's be very clear. First and foremost, when the framers wrote our Constitution, they never envisioned that there would be an executive that would allow millions of people to come into the country illegally. They never fathomed that. Number two, more importantly, you have a situation right now. Is it okay for any administration to not follow the law, abuse border security laws, let millions of people in, and then hide behind the court system to say, well, now they're here, so now we have to go through a lengthy process? Let's examine this right now. Right now, what we know is that when people came into the country illegally, almost 90% of them would not even go to the hearings. So if you're supposed to show up for a hearing and you do not go, what are we supposed to do as a country?
Very quickly.
Correct. And by the way, I'm going to reiterate this. Not everybody that comes into the country illegally gets due process. Like, it's amazing. It is amazing to watch the media in real time try to spin this sucker as if everybody gets due process. Yeah, you know, the guy that beheaded that entire family and raped them, their dead corpses, well, we should give them due process, and they still think they should stay, by the way. Oh, yes, they do. Let's see what some of these people are saying here in the comment section. So using that reasoning, could we say that founding fathers never envisioned military-grade rapid-fire assault weapons when formulating the Second Amendment? And so we can interpret that for expediency? Interesting kind of analogy there. The answer would be no. But mind you, I am not a Second Amendment limitator, so I think there should be. I'm one of the extreme Second Amendments. If you want to buy an F-22 Raptor and you can afford it, by all means, go buy it. Can you fly it? Go be trained. Go buy it. I'm all for it. By the way, if you look back, there used to be multi-fired weaponry. Hell, I mean, going back to the Civil War, right? You had the Gatling gun that you cranked. I've actually seen that in real time, somebody firing those off. There is a lot of weaponry that was utilized that is underscored by a lot of these people. But, you know, that's what if they couldn't envision it. So it's like unbelievable. You also have CNN ruthlessly mocked after interview with cartel member backfires. So this, wait till I show you the clip on this one. We got a lot of clippies today. We got a lot of clippies. CNN. I haven't seen it, and like, man, dude, I've been antsy about it. CNN faced widespread mockery on social media over the weekend after interviewing a masked cartel gangster. Well, why was he masked? Oh, well, why not just show your face? What's the big deal? Gangster, who, rather than criticizing President Trump's terrorist designation and seemingly expressed respect for the commander-in-chief, looking out for his people. Yeah, I tell you what, fool, the man has some cojones on him. That's it. The little gringo, like Orange Man, Batman, you know, we all talk about him. The fool's insane. I'll tell you what, man. Like, the guy's running the streets exactly how we would, fool. You know what I'm saying? Like, the guy's a homie, you know, he's a little barrio, ese. The guy's a gangster, fool. Like, I'll tell you what, man, he makes Canada kiss the ring and bend the knee. Bend the knee. The interview aired Saturday, featuring CNN correspondent, don't know, questioning a heavily disguised cartel member in an undisclosed hideout in Mexico, according to the New York Post. According to the Trump administration, you are a terrorist. What do you make of that? Trump designated the Mexico-based cartel as a foreign terrorist organization in a January 20th executive order, with the State Department writing that the cartels is one of the largest producers and traffickers of fentanyl and other illicit drugs in the United States. Correct the mundo, Mr. President. The masked gangster, wearing sunglasses and latex gloves to conceal his identity, initially responded, well, the situation is ugly, but we have to eat. Oh, lovely. So here we go. I got the clip. No. I know I've been holding out on you guys. Uno momento, please. Here we go. Now, there is text. I'll keep my big mug on the screen so it zooms in for you, but here we go.
This man is talking to us on the condition we hide his identity and location.
Can I pull up a chair?
He says he produces fentanyl for the Sinaloa cartel.
How safe or dangerous is this area to be in?
En estos momentos todas las áreas son peligrosas.
I mean, according to the Trump administration, you are a terrorist. I mean, the cartels have been labeled a foreign terrorist organization. What do you make of that?
Está fea la situación, ¿verdad? Está fea la situación, pero pues todos tenemos que comer.
What's your message to Donald Trump, if he's watching this?
Mi respeto, él tiene que según él, buscar lo mejor para los suyos. Pero el detalle que ya están los consumidores, ¿no? Si no hubiera consumidores, pues uno le parara.
There is a lot of violence playing out on these streets here at the moment every day. right? I mean, people are dying on a daily basis. Children are afraid to go to school. Do you have any sense of remorse over your role and your involvement in this group?
Claro que sí, claro que sí. Pues está triste la cosa, pero pues
Rationalize it.
está triste la cosa, pero
I'll kill your family. I got remorse. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I had no firearm sitting right next to him. Not that that's a big deal, but oh yeah, I'll just wipe out your entire family for saying something terrible about us. But yeah, I got remorse. Things are tough. Things are bad. I gotta eat. Gotta eat. And by the way, makes the case, cartel member to seize the border. Yeah, they're our biggest consumers. Well, if you can't bring it in, you can't consume, can you? Unbelievable. So social media users have flocked to mock CNN's apparent attempt to elicit anti-Trump commentary from a member of a violent gang drug trafficking organization. Quote, CNN tried to create a scandal and actually gave Trump a campaign ad. You can't script this kind of desperation. No, you can't. No. It is mind-blowing to see how the mainstream media, the Democrat Party, are shilling over all these terrorists, these gang members, these violent cartel. They're salivating over them. They're like kissing their feet just and rubbing the perfume like they're Jesus. Oh, Mr. Cartel. Oh, that gross ass feet. Is that fungus? Disgusting. Unbelievably, CNN gives the cartel member a chance to throw a pity party about being labeled a terrorist, but the cartel member tells them President Trump is just rightly looking after his people. Correct. Because yes. Hence what he's elected to do. Protect the American people. He's the executive branch. It's like that. That's actually his sole duty. Jesus. Brad, get it together. Senator Mike Lee, quote, let them, CNN, live under the rule of foreign terrorist drug traffickers for a few months and then tell us how they feel. They won't do it, of course, because whenever it comes back down to the individual and they have to actually go through it, well, at that point, they can't. They can't. They're all the ones living in their nice apartments away from all these drug-infested areas. There's no homeless-ridden areas. Yeah, they make sure they live away from that stuff. In the same way, Black Lives Matter does the same thing. They'll go live in white neighborhoods, but then complain about the white people. A February 20th State Department fact sheet on the terrorist designation for the cartel writes that it uses violence to murder, kidnap, and intimidate civilians, government officials, and journalists. Yes. A foreign terrorist organization classification expands federal authorities' ability to combat these criminal enterprises through financial sanctions, enhanced prosecutions, and immigration restrictions. Again, one of the main reasons why you need, one, a border wall, and two, to seize the border and get the military out there, which Donald Trump has done all of them, so that we can't be consumers, because you can't consume something that you don't have. If I don't have a pizza, mind you, patriots, please understand that I'm not talking down to you. I get that you all understand this. Please understand that everybody is viewing this, that is a Republican, a conservative, hell, even an independent or a moderate Democrat understands this. If I don't have a pizza in my closet where I do this show, can I eat the pizza right now? Can I consume it? Well, why not? This is for the leftists, by the way. Why not? Well, why can't I? Because I don't have a pizza to consume. It's obvious. You got to talk to them like they're stupid, because they are. I mean, well, how else am I supposed to talk to them? Like they're intelligent? They're allowing terrorists in our country. They're not intelligent. I'll tell you who is intelligent. You might be wondering, Brad, how the hell do you have so much energy? Brad, how do you have this much energy at 6:30 in the morning? Well, let me tell you, I drink coffee, folks. I drink the good stuff. And by the way, I have been drinking out of a China mug just for the sake of us imposing tariffs on China. So I don't know if you noticed, I've actually been drinking out of this for quite some time. My Ball Bradshaw mug is out in the kitchen. But if you still haven't tried 1775 coffee, folks, now's your shot. The 1775 starter kit. God, this coffee is so good. Just dropped only 1,000 units. You're getting the bold dark roast, which is my favorite. That hits harder than a CNN fact check, baby. The smooth medium roast and the Vitality Mushroom Coffee for clean energy and laser focus no crash. All single origin, small batch, toxin free, and mold free. Plus, you're also getting a gold spoon clip because freedom isn't scooped with plastic, folks. A frother strong enough to stir up your coffee and your mother-in-law's political opinions, baby. And a block 1775 tumbler, a black one rather, 1775 tumbler that says, don't take life advice or caffeine from a woke sea witch. $170 worth of coffee and gear, yours for just $99. This kit is phenomenal, by the way. This is for the ones who've been watching 1775 blow up on Rumble. They've been sponsoring our show for a while, wondering if it's actually worth it. Spoiler, I've been saying it for a long time. Oh, it's worth it, baby. Go to 1775coffee.com or use the QR code right over here and put in studio as the promo code to grab your starter kit before they're gone. There's only so many units, folks. These are going to go up quick, by the way. Bold beans, clean fuel, and morning routine that stands for something just like Rumble does. Start your day with coffee that actually backs what you believe. And you know, cheers to that, Rumble. You know what? We'll do the China out. That would have been a good one for Cinco de Mayo, wouldn't it? Well, we're not done yet with illegal immigration. There's a lot of news to cover, folks. If you're enjoying us and this is the first time you're seeing our channel, well, welcome. We do this each and every weekday morning, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Starting in 1 month, we will be doing a multi-hour stream every single morning to bring you all the news and the entertainment that you've been asking for. On top of that, every Tuesday, Thursday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, that means 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we do what is known as a Dark MAGA podcast. You see that? That's legit. That's made in America. Made in America. We do a evening podcast that is for MAGA people. It gets spicy. It gets intense, and it's a different format where we go over long form videos. Morning show goes over a bunch of articles, as you can see right up here at the top. I got a lot of them still queued up. We've already been over half of them. We go over long form commentary. Sometimes that is, I don't know. Sometimes that is the White House press briefings. Sometimes that's Stephen Miller just smacking the crap out of them for 30 minutes. It depends. It really depends. So, and when I say depends, please understand I'm not talking about Joey's diaper. Come on, you guys. Come on, Joey's gone. We don't need to talk about Joey anymore. We're not talking about his diaper. No. Now, here we go. The things I do to entertain. The things I do. Yes, thank you. Smash that like button. Allegedly, it's supposed to help us, but I don't know over on YouTube anymore. I realize that YouTube's gone. YouTube has lost itself to socialism, communism. Hell, I don't know. Here we go. Trump admin to pay illegal immigrants to self-deport says it will save us 70% basically in the long run. And I think there's truth to this. Illegal immigrants who self-deport will receive a $1,000 stipend under a plan that the Trump administration says will protect law enforcement and save American tax dollars. Along with giving illegal immigrants a $1,000 stipend, Fox News reported that the Trump administration will also pay for the costs of airfare. Well, I thought we were going to pay for the cost of airfare anyways. I mean, that one doesn't surprise me. The total cost of the stipend and airfare would be around $4,500 on average, a significant reduction from the estimated $17,000 it costs for federal government to detain and deport an illegal immigrant by just us doing it by force, basically. Which added that illegal immigrants would not receive the stipend until it was verified that they actually left the United States. If you are here illegally, self-deportation is the best, safest, and most cost-effective way to leave the United States to avoid arrest. And by the way, if you self-deport, they will still allow you to come back into the country just illegally. Whereas if you are deported by DHS or Homeland Security, but it doesn't matter, DHS, Homeland Security, but it doesn't matter, is Border Patrol, who the hell knows? Whoever deports you, the military, you're not allowed to come back in. You basically, you lost your shot from getting back into the United States. DHS is now offering illegal aliens financial travel assistance and a stipend to return to their home country through the CBP Home app. This is the safest option for our law enforcement, aliens, and a 70% savings for U.S. taxpayers. Download the CBP Home app today and self-deport. Now, I like this. I think this is a good idea. Will they use it? Well, I'm not exactly sure, but hey, I'm okay with exhausting all options. Even if it's a small amount of people, we're just retaking an app that we already paid for and revamping it so that, these people get self-deport. So I'm all for using resources. That's people that you probably wouldn't have reached or been able to met in some way, shape, or form by not having this app. So I like this. I'm not against it. And the amount of money they're ciphering from our government, from our healthcare, from our Social Security, everything, money saver. Now, we also have this coming up here. ICE nabs illegal migrant after Blue City Authority drops home invasion, child abduction charges. Now, we could do these stories every single day. And we used to, by the way. We used to cover all sorts of stories about these illegal immigrants doing heinous, evil acts against American citizens. Well, an illegally present Honduran national was nabbed by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents after they said local authorities dropped a series of his charges, which included child abduction and home invasion. Nothing to see here. Yeah, you're a good guy. Yeah, Maryland man. In this case, where's this guy from? He's a Virginia man. Yeah. He sweeps the parking lot of his local church. He doesn't just sweep it. He actually gets on his hands and knees and scrubs it with a brush. He's that much of a patriot. He does good work. Now, clothes the homeless, feeds the needy. Though the court saw it fit to drop his most recent charges, the individual has been convicted of numerous crimes in Virginia and represents a calamitous hazard to our Virginia residents. This comes from the field office director, Russell Hote. Officials said his charges include abduction of a person with intent to defile and burglary, entering a home to murder and rape, etc., meaning he has a rap sheet. This is called a known criminal, my friends. Every one of his convictions represents another one of our neighbors that this individual has victimized. ICE Washington, D.C. will continue to prioritize public safety by arresting and removing criminal alien offenders from our Washington, D.C. and Virginia communities. Again, it's about keeping our communities safe. ICE officials said this individual was first arrested by U.S. Border Patrol agents on August 25th, 2018, after he illegally entered the United States near Yuma, Arizona. Mind you, Trump was in office back then. He was, again, in office back then. Mr. Rodriguez, this illegal alien, allegedly, was then released on an immigration bond, by a DOJ immigration judge. Lovely. Now, Fairfax County Police arrested this individual back in 2021 and charged him with 3 counts of indecent liberties, including exposing genitals to children and child and indecent exposure. Oh, that's great. Oh, good guy. Hey, stop it. Stop. I was told. No. I've been on TikTok debating these people. They're good with it. What do you mean? He just flashes PP around. No big deal. That's a good guy. Neighborhood watch. He runs the HOA, gives people discounts. He works for free. Stop it. He's doing community service. He's picking up people's trash. He's on the side of the highways on his own time, picking up trash. Glenn Youngkin said his administration's top priority is protecting Virginians. Yes, it's one of the main functions of government to protect its citizens. Protecting Virginians has been a top priority of administration since day one, and it should be priority for every leader at the federal, state, and local level. Correct. Obvious. That's exactly why the Virginia Homeland Security Task Force is so important. I'm grateful to our law enforcement officers at every level for working hard to keep Virginians and Americans safe, and I'll always stand with them. So that was a good guy. Yeah. He's going to make America great, too. Yes, he is. So we have that there for you. Furthermore, we also have one of the greats, press secretary, Caroline Levit, coming out and talking about the mugshots of illegal aliens on the White House lawn.
truly that we have to put mugshots of illegal alien criminals on the front lawn of the White House in order for the mainstream media to actually cover these stories.
True.
They should be covering them, but because they do not, we will put them right in their faces. And it drew a lot of attention, as it should. Last week at the White House, I met with angel mothers whose names your audience may not know because they are living in silence. They are living in a tragic circumstance where their children were taken away from them by illegal alien criminals. And no politician, they told me, until Donald Trump cared about their stories, cared about listening to them. So we had them at the White House last week for a listening session. We're going to continue to engage with these angel parents who have lost their children as a result of the Democrats' open border policies. And every day we are reminded by their testimony, their stories, the lives of their loved ones, law-abiding American citizens who should still be with us when we are mass deporting illegal alien criminals from our nation's interior. Those efforts continue. As you just saw from the Secretary of Homeland Security, we are encouraging illegal aliens in the interior of our country to self-deport. ICE is conducting successful operations on the ground in communities across the country. But if you are here illegally, do the right thing and go home. This president and this administration are enforcing our nation's immigration laws on behalf of the law-abiding American citizens who want to trust our system of justice, but especially on behalf of those who have tragically lost their lives at the hands of violent illegal criminals.
He's one of the best. Yeah. It's really weird. It's really weird, isn't it? That CNN, MSNBC, these Democrat politicians would just rather go talk to cartel members, would rather go talk to MS-13 gang members, like Mr. Garcia, the Maryland man, the good guy, than they would to go talk to these angel families. I don't see them bringing them up, talking to them. Hey, can you tell us how it happened? Yeah, who was it? How'd the guy get in here? How'd he do it? Nah, they would rather talk to the scummy. They would rather talk to the scummy bummy dummies. Of course they would, because that's who they advocate for. They advocate for the slum. They advocate for the grotesque people that are raping, murdering our women and children and selling them off into forced labor and sex trafficking and human trafficking, any sort of trafficking, really. They're all doing it. And what Kristi Noem is doing is spending about $17,000 arresting, detaining, and deporting illegal alien right now today. She's talking about the saving thousands of dollars that we covered here with the self-deportations that you also saw being spoken of, not just by me a few minutes ago, but also by Caroline Levit. Here we go. Kristi Noem.
These illegal aliens that are in our country have the opportunity to go on the CBP Home app, and we will facilitate them finding their way back to their countries. We will pay for their plane ticket. When they get there, we will verify they are who they said they are and that they are, in fact, back home. And then they will be paid $1,000 as an incentive to go there and to be able to help facilitate their housing or their clothing or their food for the period of time that they're back in their country until they can get themselves settled. And listen, Sean, that's really what this whole situation is about. We spend about $17,000 arresting, detaining, and deporting an illegal alien right now today. If we have the opportunity to purchase the plane ticket and send someone home with a stipend like this, it saves us thousands and thousands of dollars. And it also is a much safer situation for officers and for those in communities. And it gives that illegal an opportunity to come back to the United States of America. Remember, if they wait until we arrest them and deport them, they don't ever get the chance to come back to the United States. They don't ever get a chance at the American dream. So those individuals that are here illegally need to realize this is their opportunity to do things the right way.
Correct. But, you know, I don't know. Will they do the things the right way? They weren't willing to do in the first place. So what makes me believe that they'll actually do it again? I'm not really sure. And it wasn't just Kristi Noem. We have one of the greats, one of the guys we love. I'm ready. Stephen Miller, the gladiator, baby, the enforcement of the Trump administration, the guy that is one of the greatest communicators out there, especially for the Trump administration, was on Laura Ingraham. And he was talking about the opening of Alcatraz. Here we go.
Alcatraz was built at a time when this country was strong and it knew how to take care of villains and monsters. There are people in this country, as President Trump has said, who will do nothing with their lives but rape, maim, and murder. They cannot be rehabilitated. They cannot be saved. They cannot be coached in some better way of living. They are always going to hurt. They are always going to steal. They are always going to attack. And we need a place in this country where we can send people to visually demonstrate their total separation from society. The fact that they're not going to live among us and will never live among us. Alcatraz.
I mean, can you get any more clear? Can you? Yes, he can. Absolutely. Here he is just moments later talking about the American press trying to see how it hurts cartel members. Here we go. We saw that clip of the cartel from CNN. Well, here's Stephen Miller talking about it.
American press is trying to see how it hurts cartel members' feelings when Donald Trump has accurately portrayed them as foreign terrorist enemies of the United States. Hundreds of thousands of Americans, hundreds of thousands, have been killed by the fentanyl that these monsters have trafficked into our country, lacing our drugs with this lethal poison that many teenagers and many young people in this country don't even realize that they're ingesting, and they drop dead, and their parents don't even know what happened. These same cartels, by the way, that wage assassination campaigns against their opponents, that use fear, violence, torture, and intimidation to get their way, that are responsible for all illegal immigration into this country. In other words, everyone who crosses that border is smuggled by a cartel or a cartel associate, and they're responsible for the human trafficking and child trafficking that has plagued the Western Hemisphere. But it's President Trump, of course, who they are now attacking, the press is attacking, for shutting all of that down, for ending child trafficking, ending human trafficking, for cutting the number of drugs dramatically that are entering this country, and of course for achieving the most secure border in American history.
But he's orange and he's bad and he's mean and he says things I don't like. Steven. Bunch of whiny freaking babies. The guy's making America great again and he's keeping our people safe. That's exactly what is needed, has been needed for quite some time. And well, Barack Obama wasn't really willing to do it. Neither was Joe Biden. And they're going, well, what do you mean? Barack Obama was great. By they, I mean the Democrats. He was great. Oh, he gave the Iranians over $1 billion cash on pallets. No, he's not a good guy. No, he's not. Mind you, he went after conservative Republican, utilizing the IRS. He also tried to censor our speech. Basically, Joey took what Barack Obama was trying to do and just went full force with it. But we can't talk about that anymore. Yeah, Joey's in the past. Joey's in the past. By the way, anytime you debate somebody about Donald Trump, just say, didn't you vote for Joey? Did you vote for Joey? And just start laughing. It's going to piss them off. They'll lose their minds. Now, speaking of that, losing their minds, Trump shrugs off criticism of AI Pope image. I thought the Pope image was hilarious. And I love when Trump, he knows what he's doing. He knows. He knows how to set the left off. He knows how to get them to seizure up and start spasming. How could this guy? I hate him. You know what I mean? Like the Exorcist, like their heads turning around. Just, I don't like this guy. All right. And then we're all sitting back having a good time. We're having a great time with Donald Trump in office. I'm as happy as I can be. Now, are there things that can be done better? Absolutely. Absolutely. But we're all, look at us. We're all having a good time in the chat, right? We're like Joey on the beaches of Delaware, kicking our little feetsies in the sand. We're having a grand old time. Now, here's Donald Trump being questioned by it. Now, to be fair, this comes from our Wonder Woman. And, you know, hey, Jackie Heinrich's the one that's asking this question. I like Jackie. Now, is it a question that I think needs to be given? Not really. Not really. I think there's more pressing issues going on. But she's the one that asked it. And it just shows that she's willing to not always, you know, lean on our side with questions. So it was our Wonder Woman, who we love here, Jackie, asking this question about the Pope AI image.
Some Catholics were not so happy about the image of you looking like the Pope.
Oh, I see. You mean they can't take a joke? You don't mean the Catholics. You mean the fake news media. Not the Catholics loved it. I had nothing to do with it. Somebody made up a picture of me dressed like the Pope, and they put it out on the internet. It was so that's funny. Not me that did it. I have no idea where it came from. Maybe it was AI, but I know nothing about
Of course it was AI, Mr. President. Maybe Maybe it was AI. Yes. He's so great, isn't he? I love the guy.
About it, I just saw it last evening. Actually, my wife thought it was cute. She said, "Isn't that nice?"
My question about
Actually, I would not be able to be married, though. That would be a lot. I'd have to the best of my knowledge, popes aren't big on getting married, are they? Not that we know of. No. I think it's the fake news media that, they're fakers.
My question, though, sir, was about the fact that it was put out on the White House account. Even though it was AI generated, it was a joke, it was a meme. Does it at all diminish the substance of the official White House account to have it go out on that particular channel?
Give me a break. It was just somebody did it in fun. It's fine. Have to have a little fun, don't you?
That's exactly how I react. Calm down. It's fine. Everything's going to be okay. And when you do this, and I mean, I'm dead serious. I do this exact same thing he does all the time. It's fine. Calm down. Everything's going to be okay. When you talk like that, the left go berserk. What do you mean? Everything's on fire, right? And they start freaking out even more.
Just somebody did it in fun. It's fine. Have to have a little fun, don't you?
Absolutely. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was great. I mean, this is the photo everyone's talking about. It's so good. Look, and I'm not Catholic. I'm a Christian. I don't take offense to this. I think it's funny. Loosen up a little bit. Gosh. Rig, man, they are so tightly wound. It's like, geez, dude. Have a little bit of fun in your life. You think that's fun? You think that's fun? Seeing Trump as Pope? Yeah, I do. I find it funny because I could take a joke. Now, I'm about to play you an old clip of myself. And there's a reason for it. Because and I'm going to take off my camera when I show you the clip because it'd be weird seeing me side by side. It's one of the greatest clips and moments of the Bald Brad Show. And it ties in to a story that just came out yesterday. I am still laughing years later from the story that I covered because New York City has a massive crime problem. And they just came out yesterday because they're going to give store owners panic buttons. Oh, yeah. No, this is going to save your life. This is going to stop you from getting your ass kicked and a gun pointed in your face. Hold on. Just indulge me. Please, I'm sweating. I have been waiting to show you guys this. I have two clips to show you. This one is from just the other day, like yesterday. I can't get it out. That's what she said. So sorry, hold on. I know it's not professional. This is how these idiots think. This is how they think. Just listen, hold on. Owners looking to panic buttons to deter crime.
Button that you'll immediately be able to hit that is going to alarm the police and it's going to be connected directly to the local precincts. When you do the combination, it's going to give you access to the cameras in the store to see what is taking place and how we could get an immediate response.
Mayor says.
Panic button.
Oh, we're not done yet. We're not done. I have this old clip of a similar story. How long ago was this? A year ago. Am I wearing the same shirt? I'm going to take off my camera and I'm going to play this because it is a doozy. If you haven't seen this clip, I still laugh my you-know-what off over this. This is a real story. Check this out. and wait till we get into all the details. If you need to laugh, folks, if you need to laugh, today you came to the right place because this one is insane. It's head spinning. Before we jump into any of the nonsense, support a true American patriot by hitting that like and subscribe button. Leave us a short, sweet comment down below. Your help support would be greatly appreciated. Well, many of you are already aware that crime is running rampant in Democrat major cities. Portland, Oregon, Seattle, Washington, Los Angeles, Chicago, New York City, you name it, crime is going through the roof. So to help stop some of this, you have Democrat New York City Mayor Eric Adams putting forth a new proposal to help stop shoplifting and crime at retail stores throughout the city. The issue is, this plan is insane. I'm going to try to get through this without hysterically laughing. So the Democrats' plan, laid out in a bullet point format during a local Fox 5 broadcast, included providing, are you sitting down? Are you sitting down? De-escalation training for retail employees. Here's the best one. Here's the best one. Oh, I'm gonna cry. And putting kiosks in stores that connect would-be thieves to social services. I'm not making this up. This is real. This is real. We have a whole list here. We have a whole list of them. So it's hard to read because my eyes are watering. Okay, so the first one here, this is their plan. Okay, this is their plan. This is real. The first one is to give first-time offenders intervention programs instead of prosecution. They're just gonna go steal a bunch of stuff and they gotta show up to a program. Oh my God, I'm sweating. The second one is de-escalation training for retail employees. Oh, okay. Establish neighborhood, you're going to really love this one. Establish neighborhood retail watch groups to share theft info and in real time with one another in NYPD. Oh my God. And the last one's the best one. The last one is the best one. Instill, I can't even say it. I'm so sorry. Install kiosks in stores to connect would-be thieves with social service programs. Oh my God. I haven't seen something so funny in a long time. They're serious about this. They're dead serious about this. Oh my God. Just when you think things couldn't get worse in terms of the policies and programs that these Democrats are trying to institute in their major cities, it just continues just to blow your mind. And he's being raked through the coals here by conservative influencers. So, as you could see, nothing has changed a year later. I'm going to play this clip again because I guess the kiosks aren't working. Who would have thought? I guess the neighborhood watch group wasn't working.
There says
panic button that you'll immediately be able to hit that is going to alarm the police and it's going to be connected directly to the local precincts. When you do the combination, it's going to give you access to the cameras in the store to see what is taking place and how we could get an immediate response.
Mayor says
panic.
I can't do it. I'm so sorry. I'm trying so hard not to laugh. These people are idiots. I'm fucking crying. It's so insane to me. I'll keep voting him in. Oh, fuck. Oh, my stomach hurts. Oh. God, I hope you guys got a kick out of that as much as I did. Fucking insane as. You're getting robbed. Give it a panic button that looks like a fucking. Oh, it's fine. They got to figure it out over there. Good. All right, calm down. Everybody simmer. Hey, everybody calm down. It's not that funny. Let me take a swig of my water really quick. Boy. I didn't think it was that funny, to be honest. Yo, we have fun here. If you don't have fun, this is not the show for you. We have fun. Now, I suppose other people having fun are these protesters because now they're taking over college campuses again. This is breaking. This is what was going on. Protesters at University of Washington occupied the interdisciplinary engineering building, demanding the university cut ties with Boeing due to its military contracts with Israel. The occupation led to arrest by the Seattle police, with over 24 individuals detained. The protesters, identified as pro-Palestinian, of course they are, expressed their solidarity with Gaza, renaming the building during the demonstration. You know what's weird is Israel got their bleep pushed in on October 7th. And I didn't really see that many protests on college campuses. I didn't see the Jews coming out and shutting down buildings and, terrorizing schools. I didn't see any of that. Did you? I'm not saying it didn't happen, not in the scale of Antifa. So here's Antifa in lockstep once again, coming out. So if you're wondering what they have, they cut trash cans in half to use as shields. No, these are, folks, you cover your face and have all this gear ready to go for peaceful protesting. Yeah, this is what peaceful protesting looks like. You wear this gear for a reason, because you're out there to not peacefully protest. I would just start macing all these people. Yeah, you guys are saying it right. Yeah, yelling at school police like they have a lot of power. No, these people are heroes. The Antifa, those individuals they're heroes. You guys are making a difference. Now remember, Seattle Antifa is setting fire and taking over UW campus with practically zero response from police, by the way. They're just allowing this to happen in the same way they allowed Antifa to destroy Turning Point USA's tents and, I don't want to say merchandise, but their property, and police just watched it happen. Oh, these are good people. Yeah, these are heroes. Look at these. Yep, making a real big difference out there. So for those on audio, they're burning trash cans, just stuff on property, and then they're just watching it happen. No police around, nobody doing anything about it. Here's another angle of that. And now it's really ablaze. Now it's, by the way, this building in the surrounding area could catch fire. Lord only knows if there's people inside it, but no big deal. No, hey, they're out here. They're for Palestine. This is going to help all the Palestinians, you guys. All this fire and this damage being done, that's going to help the Palestinians, while Israel is about to go in the next 3 weeks and take over Gaza. Yeah. None of them want to fly over there and actually figure everything out. None of them, by the way, you can get on a flight. You just go over there now. Now, you might have to sneak your way in, but you could do it. But they don't want to. No, they don't want to. Oh, why would you? You have to actually challenge your beliefs. Yeah. Go over there. See how it is. Yeah, go fix it. Go help them fix it. You protesting over here doesn't do anything. And by the way, when they do protest, they ask for food and water over here because they said, they're in famine and drought. Yeah. No, we saw video of it. If that doesn't make sense, you got to go back to my video catalog. With that being said, what's wrong with me? Hello? Brad, make sure your brain works. We do this each and every morning, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, folks. If you're new here, make sure you follow us. We would love for you to join us in the chat. We have a lot of patriots over at X. We have a lot of patriots on YouTube and a lot of patriots on Rumble that follow the show each and every morning. A lot of people are consistent, by the way. We have the same people coming in, which is awesome because you can make meaningful friendships, meaningful community. We'll be back here today, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Dark MAGA. It is for Rumble premium members only. We'll try to get as many hours as we can done today so that in the tail end of the month, everybody can join us that doesn't have Rumble Premium. But for those that have Rumble Premium, please come over, hang out with us. We get a lot of views, by the way, on Rumble Premium. It's not just, and by the way, that's when you can only watch it if you have Rumble Premium. It won't be on YouTube and X. So we're getting just as many views on that as we do our normal video that's open to everybody, which is bonkers to think about. But with that being said, I appreciate all your guys' love. If you want to donate, we have a donation tab over at baldbrad.com. I don't plug it very often. Might as well do it now if you want to help out. You don't have to. Please don't feel like I'm demanding. But if you want to go to my website, baldbrad.com, and click on donation, you can customize everything. Like there's a custom amount down here. You can do one time, monthly, and a lot of people have been doing that. So I'll paste it in the chat. If you want to, please don't feel like you have to. I'm not begging. Not out here with the hat going, nah, 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 nah. But if you feel like you need to or want to, we have that stuff here. And a lot of you have been using this. Mind you, I get 97% of this money, whereas YouTube and Rumble take like 30% of the money, sometimes 40%. So if you want me to get 97%, send your money through my website. That helps a lot more. Who should we raid today really quick? So head over to Rumble. If you're on YouTube, we're going to raid somebody. And this helps us grow followers, folks, by the way. This is why we do it. You guys have been amazing at spreading the word about the Bald Brad Show. And without your help, I could not grow in the way that I am. So let's find somebody to ultimately raid. Let's see if we can find somebody. Anybody know anybody good here? Let's do Chad Show. Let's do Chad Prather. Is that you guys cool with that? Let's try him. We have not gone over there before. Oh, Wendy Bell Radio. Is that who you're saying? Wendy Bell. Okay, let's check her out. Okay, yeah, let's do Wendy. I think that's kind of cool. That's cool. That's fun. I like that idea. Somebody different. Everybody, I hope you have a lovely day. I hope to see you later this evening on the Bald Brad Show for Dark MAGA. We're going to send everybody, and we're going to be rating her show right now. Take care, Patriots.